Should I just say my name and all that?
Yeah, hi. Can you tell us about yourself, Sakura?
Yes. I am Sakura Drake. I am the primary ILC teacher here at Washington Elementary, and this is my second year teaching.
So you are nearing the end of your best program participation, and I was wondering if you could just speak to the program overall, how it supported you as a new educator.
I really enjoyed having a mentor to go to whenever I had any questions at all. I like that she was also a special education teacher, so she related with my issues that I had or any help that I needed. It was amazing to have somebody there to help support me.
Okay, and she was also in your building
She was
year?
in my building for the first year, and that was amazing because I would just pop in all the time and just ask millions of questions.
Yeah, so it's an ideal matchup there. Okay, so there was a difference in your professional learning outside of your work with your mentor between year 1 and year 2. And so I'm wondering if you could talk about the difference and how each of them benefited you, and like what do you think about this year's model, leaning a little bit more there, but yeah.
So last year was amazing for my first year. I liked that my mentor was close by and that she was able to come observe pretty often. She would observe maybe like once a month for about 30 minutes, and that was pretty amazing to have that kind of feedback. She would take heavy notes and really relay what I could work on, what my strengths were, and really build that confidence. And as a first year teacher, I really struggled with confidence. For my second year, the observations were less frequent, but I also felt a lot more assured. I felt like I could run my classroom confidently, and with the help from my mentor, I was able to overcome any further issues or questions that I had. My mentor now is at a different school, and that's somewhat of a struggle, but we are making it work by having meetings at each other's school about once a week.
Great. And so then I want, if you could talk about the part where this year we've kind of switched our model and gone to visiting classrooms more.
Yes.
And I know for SPED mentees, we've now done 2 of those. One with the general ed population, and then just recently one with just your SPED team.
So for our learning walks, that was actually pretty great to have. For the gen ed, it was great to see the use of the curriculum that was implemented and how they designed their rooms in order for safety and the use of other students. For the special ed, I really loved seeing how their whole groups were run and small groups, and how it's similar to mine, but also like things that I could work on, like working with behaviors and working on getting engagement from our students, because that is a huge struggle that we have. So being able to go into the classroom and see these firsthand is tremendously helpful for the best mentor program. As a mentee, I don't know if I would be as confident in my abilities without this learning walks or even seeing another classroom.
Yeah, and so we got lucky is not the word I want to use, but we actually saw Laura in her classroom de-escalate a student.
Yes, and that was amazing to see, because that's always the ones that you don't get to see, is the behavior. And nobody wants somebody watching them, but it was amazing to see how she handled it. She had a scaffold of levels, and I am able to implement those tasks and skill set into my own learning with my own students. And that was really great to be able to adjust my teaching to that type of model, because it seems to work.
Yeah. And just lastly, suggestions you have or words of advice you have. So suggestions for the program or words of advice for new mentees, especially in special education.
Having a special ed mentor really helped out so that they understand any questions that you have with IEPs or any administrative work that you need to do, and the big behaviors. For my first year, I really loved that my mentor was in the building, so that is very helpful to have. For my second year, I was okay with having my mentor being further away. I think as a first year, you should definitely have your mentor there if that's possible. I would really hope that the learning walks continue. It is so helpful to see in different environments, especially the ones that you are in, like a special ed class should go visit special ed, but also a gen ed, because how they run differently and what you're pushing your kids into. And that's really great to see what our kids will be included in for the inclusion portion of our IEP goals.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Thank you.